Blessings, beautiful being. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you so much love, so much light, and so much strength on this beautiful spiritual journey. And in this video, I want to talk about how to deal with loneliness on a spiritual path. Because let's be honest, this path is quite lonely, quite isolating. Now, I have struggled a lot with loneliness during my spiritual awakening. I don't struggle with it nearly as much as I used to, and that's thanks to the tips I'm going to share in this video. So first, I want you to know that what you're feeling, if you're feeling lonely, this is completely normal. It's completely normal to feel lonely, especially if you are alone. As humans, as our species is meant to thrive in groups, and we're a social creature. There's been even some science backing that up, that we're supposed to stay in like herds, in communes. But then due to this technological evolution and also the modern world that we live in, we're spending so much time alone. So know that if you feel alone, it's okay. It's okay to feel alone. Because if you keep resisting it and you're like, it's not okay, I should not feel alone, then you're in trouble. So first, let's acknowledge that, okay, there is some loneliness, I'm feeling lonely. Now then I'll also ask, like, what do you think you need? You think you need a partner? Do you need friends? Or just somebody to talk to? Because fixing loneliness could be easily as just finding one friend or calling to already some friends you already have. But sometimes it isn't. We really want to focus on a case where you've tried all these things. Even, let's say you have friends, but you still feel alone in the middle of your friends. That's the real loneliness. So what is happening is that when you feel alone, you're not in touch with the soul. You're not in touch with the real self. Because the real self is not alone. The real self is completely complete. It doesn't need anybody. So that's why all my videos from now on, and what I now posted, the last video that I also posted, will be helping you to get to the real self, to achieve self-realization. So to share with me, my life situation hasn't really changed. My friends hasn't really changed, except I manifested my best friend, which is very typical. When you get more into your soul, you'll start to manifest people who are in your soul family, like a soulmate. This can be a friend or a twin flame. You start to manifest these people. And maybe you have manifested already, but for some reason they don't want to be with you. This is also normal. So then it's even more important for you to learn how to be alone, because it's very likely that if you've had people in your life and you're coming to them with this attitude like, hey, I'm alone, I'm desperate, I need your help, they're going to run. They're going to run away. Or they're going to feel overwhelmed by your love because you're giving so much love because you're afraid that they're going to leave you. So how do we do this? This is really what self-inquiry is all about. You get more into your soul. And it is more than anything a feeling. It is not something you can buy. It is not something you can attain. In fact, you already know what it is. Deep down, you know what I'm talking about. What's preventing right now, perhaps, is the ego. Now, the first trap is the identification with the ego. Your mind might be identified, or you might be identified with the mind. And the easiest way to overcome that is to drop the mind and become silent. Meditation helps with this a lot. This initial drop from the mind. And it's to observe the mind, is to realize you're not the mind. The second thing that's preventing you is dealing with and identifying with emotions or sensations. So when you get this feeling of loneliness within you, first of all, I would even ask, is that really loneliness you're feeling? Because I used to think that some emotions were loneliness when really they weren't. They were just anxiety. So my question is that really loneliness what you're feeling? If yes, then are you able to take some distance away from the loneliness thoughts, from the loneliness emotions or sensations? Take some distance. And then when you do that, try to return back into the center point. Imagine there's like a tornado around you and you're in the middle of it. You're in the eye of the storm. That's how I want you to be like. That no matter what is going on the outside, you can be okay. For example, with me, I have been 1.5 years now in a mental hospital, or like over 1 year for sure. Still in the mental hospital area and quite alone. I hang out with my best friend maybe 2 times a week. Some friends as well here and there. But basically my best friend is the only person who I can really get some support from. Also my mom, obviously. So I feel quite isolated. However, I don't really feel alone. So then the greatest shift you can make, and this is what I learned from Osho. Once again, Osho is coming to the videos. Thank you, Osho. There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely versus solitude. So here's the greatest advice I have for you that I just came through as a channeling. Loneliness is actually amazing. Loneliness is actually here to teach you. It's here to make you the person you're supposed to be. If God has made you feel lonely and has put you into a situation where you are alone, then know that it's for a reason. God doesn't make any mistakes with your life. He loves you unconditionally, always. You have to believe that because it's the truth. It's the ultimate truth. Even with me, for example, I can share, like, to give an example, I have this pain in my pubic area or pubic bone area, wherever it is, right? Like, I've had it now for 5 months, and it's very clear that it's there for a reason. It's there to teach me to not identify with the physical body so much, to disidentify from it. Even as I speak to you, I'm not identified with it. So know that God has given you this gift. It's a blessing in disguise. It's almost like you're sitting on top of a treasure chest and you don't know it. Loneliness is a gift. It's the greatest gift for self-discovery, greatest gift for self-growth, and so on. And then on the other side of it, what will happen is as you go through this, and yes, you'll have to go through the emotions. You'll have to purge them. There's going to be a lot of things to come up. Allow them to come up. But then on the other side of it, you're going to be a complete person, not needing anybody, simply attracting people into your life who are meant to be in your life. And then when you're together, it's not like 2 desperate people trying to make a whole. It's 2 whole beings interacting, making a third energy, third unconditional love energy, which is going to be beautiful. So that's how you can deal with loneliness on this path. I truly hope that this was helpful. If it was, make sure you click the like button. Also, comment below any thoughts you have. Subscribe if you're new. And also, always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.